Too often as organizations, we focus on us. We focus on our product, our service. We want to use paid media and craft a perfectly controlled message where we say exactly what we want to our consumers. But consumers know those messages aren't authentic, and they're not likely to trust those messages. And so modern marketing is really about being customer-focused rather than product-focused, being focused on the individual that we're selling to rather than us. Too often we used to say, okay, well, what can I make, and let me try to sell it. Let me put together a product or service that I'm good at. My family's been in this business for decades. We know how to do this, and then we'll try to sell it. Whereas modern marketing is really about, well, hold on, let's figure out what we can sell. What does that consumer need? And then build a product or build a service that fits that need. And so when we look at disruptive companies, the companies that are really successful today, the Googles, the Apples, the Facebooks, the Ubers of the world, they didn't start with the product, they started with the customer. They said, what does that customer need? Let me understand those customers' needs, and let me build something that meets those needs. I think there's a big trend these days towards analytics. When we talk about understanding our customer, that's not just asking them whether they like us or not, right? That's using analytics and using data to understand our customers. And so one of the big trends in modern marketing is analyzing that data, whether it's purchase data over time through loyalty cards, whether it's online reviews about our brand, whether it's something else, shopper marketing data, for example, getting insight into who our customers are and what their needs are by analyzing that data. And people talk a lot about big data, the idea that we need a lot of data. Big data to me isn't the issue. The issue is having insight. How do we pull insight from that data? And that's really where we need to understand human behavior. It's not enough just to collect a lot of data. We have to ask the right hypotheses of that data and figure out how to use the data to test those hypotheses. Companies today think a lot about how much data can I collect. They don't think as much about, well, what am I going to do with that data once I've collected it? What questions do I want to use it to answer? And collecting data by itself won't give you the answers. The answers don't just jump out of the data. I do lots of consulting projects, and whenever I do, I always start with a qualitative analysis. So I always go and I interview people, because sometimes you don't know the right questions to ask. Sometimes you want to start very qualitative. I find that I don't end qualitative. Qualitative research by itself often is not enough, but it's a good place to start to get a sense of what things you need to think about to dig into the more quantitative research later.